What's going on, everybody? So today we're going to be talking about a series that I really do think has a lot of anticipation, and I do not think at all that fans will be let down because I really thoroughly enjoyed this. And this is The Haunting of Bly Manor. Now, this is the next chapter in the Haunting series. Now, although you may have been familiar with the previous chapter in The Haunting of Hill House, they are not a sequel, prequel, any of that sort. So this is its own anthology here, so you do not have to necessarily watch The Haunting of Hill House to really appreciate this. However, you absolutely get tons of added appreciation for it. So to be clear, in watching The Haunting of Bly Manor, just if you've never seen the other series, you would thoroughly enjoy this. But it's definitely highly recommended to have watched both, because a lot of the characters, the cast from the first one, are back for this one. And you're wondering how? Well, they're just playing different characters, and it's really, really cool to see the moving pieces between characters here. Because you really do see performances, really a range of performances within each actor and actresses. So as a person who appreciates films, it's always cool to see people play really different roles. And yes, they're both horror films, but these characters are drastically different, so you're getting different performances from the cast. But yes, it's absolutely cool that a lot of the core cast from The Haunting of Hill House are in The Haunting of Bly Manor. Alright, so let's talk about the gist of this series. So it's from The Haunting of Hill House creator Mike Flanagan, who brings you the next highly anticipated chapter of the Haunting anthology series set in 1980s England. Also, this series is adapted from the novel The Turn of the Screw. But what happens in this series is that after an au pair's tragic death, Henry Wingrave hires a young American nanny to care for his orphaned niece and nephew who resides in Bly Manor, along with the estate's chef, who's Owen, Jamie the housekeeper, and Mrs. Gross. But what's all is not what it seems at the manor, as centuries of dark secrets of love and loss are waiting to be unearthed in this chilling gothic romance. At Bly Manor, dead doesn't mean gone. So yes, if that doesn't quite make sense for you here, what's happened is that au pair was at the house and she mysteriously dies, and they bring in a new person who does their job efficiently. But little does she know that this manor is haunted, and in the means of it being haunted, there's so many different things that's happening around her that she's just not fully aware of, that it does take time after time for her to really kind of realize the predicament that she's in. So a couple of things I really want to talk about with this is that the character development in this series is beyond amazing to me, because I really love how each, they take time to really, really break down and really go about the backstory of each character who is at Bly Manor, as far as where they come from, the different challenges that they're struggling with, and even the cases of how they're individually are being haunted. So it's really good character development that's done, without a doubt. I think that's one of my biggest appreciations, is that even when there's nothing left of mystery here, is what I'm getting at. And even when there's even any little bit of you wonder how things are connected or somebody's relations, they absolutely iron it all out so that it makes sense. Not to mention, I gotta put the most emphasis on episode 8 of this. It is just the must-watch episode, because it really has so much information that really puts the haunting into perspective of the past and everything that's happened currently at the manor. There's a lot of things that I cannot talk about, because there's absolutely no way I would spoil this series for anyone, because there's so many things that happen that you have to play really, really close attention. It has you putting on your detective hat, because there are things you will see that will absolutely make sense to you at one point or another. So it really has you completely invested in the true fashion of binging, to really trying to figure out the puzzle and the haunting behind everyone that's at this establishment, and just overall at the manor. But what I think that when you're talking about the first one and the Haunting of Hill House, like this one was not as scary as that one. And that's not to take anything away from Bly Manor, because Bly Manor, I feel, does better storytelling. And I'll be 100% honest. After the completion of watching Bly Manor, I started to almost vaguely not remember what happened in Haunting of Hill House. Because they just felt like really two different series. Now, there's the similarities about the dreaming and how some of the haunting is being done is similar. But other than that, they're completely different. But they just, they try to stem from a sort of a similarity of a premise, but they're just totally different series. But I just feel like the Haunting of Bly Manor just told a much better story, like truly driven on their characters, and you truly see that these actors and actresses really, really step up to the occasion to really bring in, its viewers in, to really be totally invested in what's happening. But yeah, sure, there's a lot of chilling and things that will make you jump. There's absolutely some things that will be kind of jaw-dropping as well. But I think, to be honest, I feel like the horror and shock element here comes from you unraveling the mystery. Because, like, I don't recall myself being completely scared the entire time, but I definitely remember being completely shocked, like, wow, I can't believe that happened and this and that, and I'm just bouncing all around because I can't tell you anything. But this is an absolute must watch. Like, October 9th, once you start it, you might as well just pay out 9 hours of your day, because you're going to be stuck. It's 9 episodes, hour each. It's absolutely a fantastic series. It is every bit of the hype and publicity and promotion that Netflix is giving for this. It is really well done. I'm absolutely going to watch this again, because I now, knowing what all happens, kind of want to see what else I can pick up again, knowing what I know. But you would absolutely like it. As always, once you watch my reviews, let me know in the comments what you think about this series, and what kind of theories personally do you have upon watching this, because there's going to be some things that are going to make you be like, oh, I get it, that and that. So you'll see. But as always, thank you so much for watching my review, and I'll catch you all for the next review very soon.